And good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. This is the last of the semi-final rounds. One of these two will be playing for $1,000 on Saturday, a week from today. So certainly a lot of excitement in the air. These are the best of the best. We're down to the best, Chappie.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Georgie, Final Four. Everything's going great. When Benny wins today, we're popping bottles. We're going crazy this morning. Yeah, Benny, let's go, baby. It's time to drink.
Do it.
All right. Got to congratulate Ellis Starr, who made it. So he's got his spot secured in the final. Who's going to go up against Ellis Starr? Is it going to be a Chappie final, or is Ruben going to come through and it's going to be Chappie against George the way it's meant to be? We're going to find out today. Also, you guys are going to find out, if you didn't know already, we got a great promotion on Express Bet, First Bet. The Golden Hour Pick 4, one of our favorite bets, has got a $10 free play. So make sure you get to First Bet, or if you sign on to Express Bet, you got to register. It's just a click, click and register, and then you'll get $10 back, up to $10 when you play the Golden Hour Pick 4. It's one of my favorite bets.
And Georgie, if you follow Trip Note Pros, which is on the Santa Anita website for the Golden Hour Pick 4, they were all over all four winners yesterday. Is that not right, Benny?
That's why I'm looking a little foggy right now. You're popping, but you're prepping to popping bottles. We were popping bottles for it was a long evening.
Yeah,
it was a good time. It was the late pick 4 at Santa Anita too had a good one. So it was a fun day. Doesn't always happen. It was a good day yesterday.
His strongest notes were on all four winners. And what did it pay? $5,000, Benny?
5 dimes.
Yeah. So
5 dimes.
I believe somebody in this picture had it more than once. And it wasn't me, you or Ruben.
That's right.
George.
I know it wasn't me.
No way.
Well, we're going to be popping bottles all afternoon while they're recovering. Me and Ruben will be popping and locking and popping and popping and locking.
Very good, George.
So don't worry about it. We got this covered. And tomorrow we got a special edition of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Since we didn't want to do the finals tomorrow, we're going to talk to a very special guest that you had on your radio show, Chappie.
Yeah, we had Michael McCarthy on actually last Saturday. And, he is extremely honest, and he was very, very bullish on Rumbauer. And so a lot of the listeners made some money on that. Of course, I was too stupid to play it, but that's for another show. And then he was on again this morning on our radio show, just looking back and talking about some horses running today. And then he'll be on tomorrow, like you said, from 10:30 to 11 live. We're going to talk to him about the upcoming Belmont, and just kind of how he got there. And he's also going to take on Seminar Skip in just a one-day tournament. So they were talking smack this morning against each other. Should be fun tomorrow, George.
It should be a lot of fun. Ruben, did you see that coming? I didn't see Rumbauer winning that Preakness. What were your thoughts on the Preakness, Ruben?
Actually, I did have Rumbauer. Unfortunately, I wasn't alive in any multis. I turned around, and after I hit that Rumbauer, I think I just had a few bucks to win in place on him. I hit an exacta right after at Santa Anita. So it was actually a nice day for me on the Preakness. One thing I will mention is we've seen now almost 2 identical renditions of the Preakness, where you look at Midnight Bourbon, Medina Spirit, and then you have Rumbauer winning from right off the pace, right? They had the pace battle. They both ran valiantly, but Rumbauer is just too good from off the pace. Almost identical running to what happened with Classic Empire, Always Dreaming, and Cloud Computing about 4 years ago. So if you watch those 2 races, nearly identical pace scenarios, trips for the winner. And it just goes to show you at the highest level, when there's a genuine contentious pace at the highest levels, it's very tough to go wire to wire. And it makes me look back at, wins by Pharaoh and things like that a lot differently. But, he was simply the best. Now, I will say I am super biased already, in my opinion, for the Belmont. So hopefully I'll get to share a little bit of that next week. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I thought you were going to give
We're hoping you tease it.
We were waiting.
It's nothing too crazy, but it is a horse that I love that I think won't get bet as much as I would expect. So nothing too wild, but we'll save that for next week, hopefully.
Okay. I don't think Rumbauer will be the favorite. Do you, Chappie?
No, I do not. I think that, first of all, Hot Rod Charlie is going to get the services of Pratt. We asked Michael McCarthy that this morning. He did not confirm that because he does not know it for sure, but he said that that's more than likely going to happen. And no, I don't think so. What are your thoughts on the race and Rumbauer in general there, Benny?
I'm still disappointed in my. You bring up Rombauer, I start twitching because I liked Rombauer. I liked 3 horses, and I played a straight double for 500 from Some Like It Hot Brown to the Baffert, who I thought would make the lead. Got knocked around a little bit at the start, so I got knocked out of that. And then I had one win bet, which I was going to bet with my last 800 in the contest, and I was between Rombauer and was Always Dreaming, something along. I can't remember the name of the horse. Not Always Dreaming. Keep me in mind.
Keep me in mind.
Keep me in mind. And like a dumbass, if you can beat that, I took Keep Me in Mind. And I had such a good note on Rombauer, and I really liked him. I just I made a bad decision. It happens, and it cost me, I don't know, 30 dimes. So that was a rough. But you got to swing in those things. That's the beauty of playing in a contest, is that your dollar is worth more than $1, right? So
yes.
You're playing for a side pot. You're playing for other entries and other stuff. So it's worth just shoving your chips in all day long because you're beating takeout by a ton. So as long as you can get in position, it's worth taking a swing. And I did. I missed. So I'm glad I didn't answer your question there, Chappie. I don't know who I like in the Belmont yet. I'll have to take a closer look later.
Plenty of time, Georgie.
All right, we got plenty of time to make sure that we don't see Benny South Street next Saturday, Ruben.
He's so hard on me all the time, man. All he does is bag on me. Jeez.
It's only because I love you. It's only because I love you.
I know. Like all my coaches, they were hard on me.
people I don't like, I don't bag it on my goals. Yeah, that's the competition, Charlie.
I like it. Okay. Good.
All right, Ruben, you got $100 win bet. Where are you going with it?
All right, let's start in race 3 here. I was really surprised by the morning line on this. I love the 4-horse here, Respectfully. I love Respectfully. The horse has just been so good the last few starts. I know the speed figures are not overly impressive, but look back, if you get a chance on the April 4th win, that was actually the first day my wife and I got to go back to Santa Anita for like the last year and 2 months. And I remember that race so well. And the horse was so game on the win, on the front end, really responded well when challenged. I don't think the horse necessarily needs to be on the lead. And I just love the turf form. Came out of a race where they beat 3-year-olds and older, back in with just 3-year-olds, entered for a $150,000 tag. From a business standpoint, it makes complete sense. The horse has 3 wins, enter them for a tag. If they get claimed, they're up $100,000. Mike Smith's going to ride. I think the 3-horse will show speed to the inside. I think the 4 is going to sit perfectly off. The 5 might show a little bit of speed, but I think the 4, based on how people are going to bet the race, I think we might see 7-1, 8-1, and I really love the 4-horse here to kick off my win bet.
All right, race number 3. Ruben's going with the longest shot on the board. How about them apples? Right off the bat, a big balloon. So Respectfully, I hand it over to the losers. Go ahead, Chappie.
Then that is from a barn that Benny knows much about and has much respect for, the Ryan Hansen barn there with Respectfully. And with all respect for you guys, Benny will be moving on. So, Benny, what's your $100 win bet and why when we're going to be popping bottles later today?
Let's do it. Let's move to race 5. Yeah, I got some chalky plays today. I'm not proud of it, but I've said it before. This isn't a contest where you have to outrun the bear, right? You just got to run the guy that is trying to outrun the bear with you. So I'm going to take what I believe is a free square at number 1. Lot, I have no idea how to even pronounce that. But this horse, she debuted against boys making a left-hand turn. It was a useful debut. She only got beat ahead, was well clear of the third horse. Won easy in her next start, and then showed up against Group 3 boys again at Deauville, although running on a straight, and ran a cracker, got beat by a horse that came back to win another stakes race, and then was 16-1 at Longchamp. She's a free square. Rispoli gets off a live horse and the other Gallagher. I don't think much of any of these others. Yeah, this is a free one for me. She'll be nothing. She'll be no part of 9 to 5, but she's going to win, and I'll take my 200 and move on.
So Benny, with much confidence there, Georgie, in the one La Giosiosia, which that isn't even close to being correct, but I think I give it a shot.
Yeah, for you drunks out there, that's a really popular wine. It's Gioiosa.
In the south of France, yeah.
One comment, a lot of people don't know this, and I didn't for a long time either. But if you look in the form and you want to know, like I mentioned, they're running left-hand turn, right-hand turn. That's one thing in the form. It actually tells you, and people pass right over it. So that LH is left-hand turn. This horse turned right-handed the next time, and then ran on the straight, which is STR. So for whatever that's worth, if anybody's listening.
See, he's always teaching, which we like, teachable moments, right?
Wonderful information. That's really it's good to know that. And I think Ruben, we're going for an exacta, and we're chucking that bottle of wine right out. Is that correct? Taking that whole bottle of wine, throwing it away.
There's Benny presented a good argument for the one. I think they're going to get bet quite big off the board. I wouldn't be surprised if under even money happen when the gates open. So we're going to take a swing in race 5 on my exacta. Go to the next page in your PPs. Miss Bella Chow, $900,000 Keeneland purchase. I love the 9 here. Despite the post, I think there's going to be a little bit of speed. O'Neill has 2 horses in here. I think one of them definitely gets sent. And I think DeSormo is going to work out a good trip. Now, the part that I like about the 9 horse is actually its debut. So back in November last year, Drysdale, who knows a thing or two about training, felt confident enough to enter this filly in against males. And this horse ran against Captain Peak, Du Jour, who just won a stakes race for Baffert, and Airman that we're going to see run in the cinema tomorrow. So I really like when we see female horses enter against males early on in their career, not because necessarily the competition's better. I just think it's such a sign of confidence and the capacity of the horse's capabilities to win and excel regardless of competition. So I like that. Last time out, got a nice prep race, a little bit of a tough trip, but I think here fits very well. And then underneath, going to use some bigger prices. You guys know me. There's very rarely a Mullins, Red Barons, Tyler Bayes horse that I'm not going to play. So I included the 3 underneath on my exacta. Went real wide last time. And then also the 4. I really like the 4 underneath here for Redham, O'Neill, and Gutierrez, another of my favorite combinations. The 4 horse debuted her career last summer in the Sorrento, ran well to My Girl Red, then ran into Princess Noor. Then something went wrong in the Frizette. Can't really hold a grade 1 ease race against a horse like that. Came back last time. I like that the horse was favored. The horse was working out well and obviously still has some ability despite the layoff. So I like that the horse kind of ran a flat 6 last time, took a lot of money, and I think stretching out has some value here. So my exacta is going to be the 9 with the 3 and the 4, and I'm going to hope that the 1 makes a right-hand turn around both turns, stops by In and Out and the Arboretum, and somehow navigates a wide trip from Genset Post.
I love it. Love it. Chuck the line right out. And we'll be singing Bella Ciao, Ciao, Ciao. Ciao, Ciao, Ciao. If we hit that, it's Bella Ciao. And Drysdale, hopefully he'll get off the schneid. He's 0 for 40, for 4,000. He's 0 for what? He hasn't won a race since 0 for 30. He is. Hopefully he's due. All right, Chappie.
So obviously Ruben, like Trevor Bauer, is very confident, and he's not afraid to say it. Mr. Dodger boy over there. What are we going to do with our exact to try to beat these Dodgers today?
Let's excuse me. Let's head to race 8. We're going to focus in on number 9, Shotgun Rider. Shotgun Rider had a miserable trip last time. He had some trouble in the beginning. Was locked down inside. Could have shown much more speed. Had to stay patient and ran on to finish a very measured second place finish. One thing about that race, there were only 2 4-year-olds in the race, and one of them ran off and hid. So this race is written for 3-year-olds and up. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this race is written for 3-year-olds and up, but if you look, there are actually no 4-year-olds in here. So back down at a correct level today. Drawn back outside. Really like the 9, and then I'm going to go over the 2 and the 3 in my exacta. The 2's mommy was very precocious as a 2-year-old. She started her career 4 out of 5 races. She won 3 stakes. She actually ended up running in the Grade 3 Railbird at Hollywood Park and was only beaten a half, and then showed up in a Grade 1 at Belmont. So I'm hoping that her offspring in this one, Revisionist, is going to be strong. So I've got her underneath. And then I like the 3 as well. Love the trainer change. Nothing against Mr. Dunham, but man, just super cold. I think this one moves up. He's got speed, which I like, in a field where I don't see a whole lot of speed. So look through the handicappers report on some of these first timers. Didn't see a whole lot. So it's 9 over 2-3 for me. And I didn't really think anything of the 1 as well. 9 really handled the 1. So the 1 at 3-1, moving from outside to inside, is a non-threat for me. So I'm hoping the 9 works out the trip and I cover up the exacta.
And I think with the workout reports, the 1 is actually going to get bet. But you look at the 9, as he said, moving from the inside to the outside. And, of course, with Maldonado, after the trouble last time, I'm sure we're going to expect a little more gas from the outside there. So 9 with 2-3 is our exacta, Georgie. We are well on our way to victory. You guys need a get out of Dodge free card here with your double. Where are you going?
I'm going to be riding shotgun. I'm going to be the shotgun rider as Ruben drives this bus right into the winner's circle. Ruben, you got a daily double, and you're starting in the same race 8.
Yeah. Really like the 3 horse here. Exactly what Benny said. When you get a big trainer upgrade, it's just simply, the way the sport works, it's a trainer's game these days. For whatever reason, certain trainers are going to excel when they move into their barn. And I think Kat Bernay's in a great spot for Mulehole. She's having a phenomenal meet. I mean, 21% winners. I love it. Been working out well, a couple of solid drills. I think the field's very modest. I do think the horse will be in front. And, if she can get away, get a nice, easy 1 or 2 length lead early on, I'm going to feel real confident. I think she's going to take some action. I think the 1 and the 3 are going to get bet quite a bit here. I think the 9 probably floats up a little bit. I think Benny made a good case for the 9 horse. I just really like the trainer change on the 3. And then let's go to the next race 9. Going to use the 4 and the 9 and the 9. Going to try to get some value here. On the 4 horse, whenever we get the Golden Gate shipper, it seems like they're always cold on the board, and I'm completely fine with that. When they hit, this horse is going to be about 8, 9, 10-1 perhaps. It's going to make the value worth it in the double. The form has been fine. 7 wins on synthetic. I think the form on synthetic transfers well here to grass. I mean, it's only an N1 Calbred allowance, and this horse has 7 career wins in 13 seconds. So the horse is sharp. I think she's going to get a good trip here near the pace. I don't think she has to be on the lead. I think the 3 is going to get the lead here. And then the other horse I'm going to include in my double is the 9 horse, Warrior's Moon. And I remember that race and seeing the wide trip last time out for Warrior's Moon. Gets Flavian, working out well, goes route to sprint. Peter Urton is having another fantastic meet as well. And I think the sprint's going to fit this horse a lot better. So I'm going to take my double will be race 8, the 3 with the 4-9, and hopefully get a big price underneath with either the 4. I'm sorry, big price in the second leg with either the 4 or the 9.
All right. This is not a golf game. We're not playing golf. Ruben's ready to putt. He's going to give his picks. And then Benny over there going, hey, what the fuck? It's not a golf.
I thought I hit the mute button.
He's not putting.
In my defense, my daughter, who is 6, walked in and she was completely naked. So there's zero chance that was getting on camera. So I had to say something.
I figured maybe for our tiebreaker, we could each have our daughters pick a horse. How about we do that? Because,
that's a good idea. Yeah. I think my daughter watches more replays than any 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Please.
Fully clothed if we're doing the daughter pick, please.
Yeah, not even that. She's not
show.
Yeah, no camera for her.
All right, 4 over to you, Chappie.
Sure.
I apologize.
This is no. He's just George is tearing into you once again. This is
like my high school basketball coach.
Man, he's having flashbacks. He's hungover after drinking all the champagne last night. Leave him alone, for God's sakes, George. Where are we going with our double, Benny?
All right, we're gonna fiddle around in race 7. This is another free square to me. I watched the replays on all these horses. Some of them, a couple just don't fit at all. Going Global has a couple of these measured. If she retains her form, which there's no reason for me to believe that she won't, she's going to win. She's going to be 3 or 4 to 5. These other 2 that I thought were interesting, I really was trying hard to get involved with Golden. I couldn't do it, despite that jock switch. Golden had a very good trip last time. The PPs, it looks like she's closing. She wasn't. She was kind of flat near the wire versus Modoni. So Modoni had an absolute dream trip last time. Speaking of drinking, I think the chart caller was when he wrote the word stumbled. It's kind of a joke. It's like George when he's going through the crosswalk and he trips. And then he launches him forward and he acts like he's jogging. Don't worry, I didn't trip. I'm fine. I mean, nothing happened to this horse. Horse rode a perfect pocket all the way around. The Red Sea parted at the top of the stretch, and she rolled through for the wins. I'm not really afraid of that one either. Going Global for me in the first half of the double. And then I'm just going to lock up the 2 horses that I thought were underneath the 9 Shotgun Rider for the double. So hopefully I'm live. And then I'll have either the 2 or the 3 or the 9 over the 2 and the 3 in the double. And I already gave you the reasons why I like the 2 and the 3. So,
by the way, speaking of George tripping, a couple years ago here, George on a wet day fell down the stairs. And
I remember that. I remember that.
He about killed himself.
I fractured my spine in 2 places.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I fell down. I had to do a handicapping seminar or something like that. And then one of the security guards came up to me and said, you want me to, I'm going to call the hospital and say, I'm like, no, I got to do a handicapping seminar. And he goes, okay, go ahead and get up. And I tried to get up. I couldn't.
I'm surprised it is not the TSGGO group. I mean, you could have sent them for a polo. Good for you for not doing anything, Giorgio.
Yes.
No, they haven't settled yet. No, anyways.
No. But, yeah, I remember that. Yikes.
It brings back it's not funny. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny.
Memories, yeah.
So is it tiebreaker time?
Tiebreaker time. Where's that wheel?
Get that magnet out, Chappie.
Come on.
Get the magnet out.
No more rock, paper, scissors here. We're going high tech.
High tech. There's the wheel. The goofy wheel of tiebreaker.
Love it.
Oh yeah. This is high tech right now.
George Blue.
Yeah.
Happy
green.
Okay, so we are going to race 6 for the tiebreaker. Benny, we will not need the tiebreaker today. I'm just telling you.
Right. Tiebreaker. One of us is going to hit something.
Yeah, but just in case, you go first.
Just in case. This one, so there were 3 horses that I wanted to play today. This was one of them. Number one, Queen's Code. She's older. She's just faster. My software has her so much better than all of these. It's kind of scary. I'll let Ruben chip in his thoughts in this race, but I'm really partial to these 4-year-olds running against 3. She's going to suck up into a nice ground-saving trip, and she's just going to roll home. So number 1, Queen's Code.
All right, he's very confident there, Ruben. Who's your choice, buddy?
You know, give me the 8 on the outside. It's interesting. The 1 horse, I remember this horse quite well. Like the debut, the 1 horse here, my selection for the tiebreaker will be the 8. But on that 1 horse, ran well on the debut, then came back in that Catamiko race. And Catamiko was the mulehole horse that she stuck her hand down the horse's throat because the horse got a spider bite and had to save the horse's life. That's that horse, and that horse just romped that day. And interestingly enough, I'm going here with another mulehole horse. 8's been working well. I like the jock there. I like the outside post, but understandable pick there on the 1, Benny.
I'm a chalk-eating weasel today. Sorry, boys. We'll see what happens.
Benny, you won 20 or whatever many dimes yesterday on all bombs. You can eat all the chalk you want today.
Thank you. Bless you.
It washes well down with the champagne.
I won 4 dimes yesterday. Like actually 40 cents though. It was like I was ahead 40 cents.
You did the superfecta in the dead heat race?
Yeah, I had the dead heat race, and then everything. How did they both pay 210 if one was 4 to 5 and the other one was 9 to 5? I can't figure that one out. But
no, it's crazy. I had a $49 pick 4 that hit.
What?
And well, yeah, and so it ended up being a $98.
Did you have it? Oh, you have it at half. Wow.
Yeah, but at the time, I was certain that Emily had won the race. Like, there was no doubt in my mind that she won. And even on the slow-mo, it looked like a dead heat, but it favors the inside a tiny bit. And I'm like, well, the 1 won the race. I was prepping to thank Emily on Twitter, and then the dead heat came up, which killed me. Even though I got it twice, you just get hit with takeout a little bit more, and it cost me some money. But it ended up working out. So
Gulfstream Park has Ipica TV that they have. They call the races in Spanish.
He's the best.
Spanish track announcer called the 1 easy win by number 1. And then I was in the winner's circle, and I had to take a group picture, and I went up to Jeff Mullins and said, "Can we take a picture with you?" He goes, "I don't know if I won," and I go, "You won easy." So
oh no!
I almost gave the kiss of death right there.
Oh yeah!
I can't believe that was a dead heat.
You're off his Christmas list.
No,
At least he got half of it.
At least he got half. And then
the other way.
The always popular $49 pick 4.
No, man, that's the $49.
There.
Well, I play that quite often.
Yeah, so the kind of the running joke is, well, you bet $382 to win on the horse. Why did you do that? It's like, because I didn't have $383. So basically, I just emptied my account into that play.
Well done.
All right. Before we leave, first of all, I want to thank Tapatia for watching. He thinks the Preakness winner is going to bounce to high heaven. So thanks for the comments. And Benny, we absolutely love your stuff. How can people get a hold of your stuff?
Go to the Santa Anita website. That's the easiest place. The Golden Hour. We do the Golden Hour notes for the track every day. It is santaanita.com/golden hour, and that'll give you a glimpse of the product. We spent a lot of time. Last couple weeks have been a little bit light, but I've actually been interviewing more potential Trip Note authors, which is cool. So we've got 3 guys now. So in the coming weeks, leading up into the summer meets, these boutique meets with Del Mar and Saratoga, we'll be prepped and ready to go. So looking forward to that as well. I might even get a little sleep every now and again. Now we'll see.
All right. Well, we thank you both. We wish you both the best of luck trying to raise money for our charity here, which is Karma. It's so important to take care of these magnificent equine athletes after they retire, and nobody does a better job of that than Karma. All right. Any last words before we leave here, Chappie?
No, I just appreciate both your time. You guys are always great. You give a lot of good insight, and good luck to both of you. One of you is moving on to the finals next week.
Good luck, everyone, today.
Thanks, guys. Good luck, Ruben.
Tomorrow